Happy Friday, everybody. So today's outside the box workout is 3 rounds. There's a 15-minute time cap. So of course that's 5 minutes around. You're starting off with 50 alternating box step-ups. So you can use a step for that. You can use a staircase if you have a box at home, anything like that. You're gonna just alternate body weight only. You're gonna step up with call it your right leg to start, and then down with the right leg, and then when you go back to step up again, now you'd go up with the left leg, and then the right down with the left, and you would continually do that for 50 reps, going at a nice and steady, consistent pace. After that, we got 15 bent over rows. You can do that with a dumbbell, you can do it with a kettlebell, got backpack, lots of options there. Once you're done the 15 bent over row, you're gonna do 10 push presses on one arm and then 10 push presses on another arm. For the bent over row and the push press, you want both of them to be a challenging weight where, let's say in that first round, you can do it unbroken, but it's going to be challenging. So on your, call it if you're doing 15 bent over rows, after that 10th rep, it's starting to get a little bit tricky. You're feeling those back muscles firing up and whatnot. You're thinking about putting that weight down. Same thing for the push presses. After you're done the 10th one on one side, you want to shake those shoulders out, catch your breath, get up on the other arm, and go from there. When you are done that 3 rounds, so there's a 15-minute time cap on it, so if you don't get it done in 15 minutes, stop anyways. But as soon as you're done that 3-round workout, you're gonna rest exactly 5 minutes. Once that 5 minutes is up, you're gonna start doing a Tabata. So a Tabata is 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest for 8 rounds. Today's movement is going to be just all cardio. So if you have a bike or a rower at home, you're going to be going for calories. If you don't, we're just going to go with burpees. For those burpees, guys, keep them going at a pretty quick pace. For a Tabata, to score and record your Tabata, it's always your worst round. So if in the first round you come out 10 out of 10 intensity and you get, call it 10 burpees, and then by round 4 you're really wiped that you can only do 3 or 4, you went a little bit too hard too fast. So you want to start off at about 85% on that first round. Let's say you get 9 burpees, the next round you get 8, and then you hold 8 for the rest of the workout, your score would be 8. Enjoy the workout today, guys. After that, we have our Afterburner, which is a 2-minute glute stretch, and then per side, and then after that, we have a 2-minute frog stretch. So we're targeting the glutes at the beginning, and then we're switching it on over to the groin, adductors, and hips. Enjoy the Afterburn, guys. We will see you tomorrow.
So we're here for that warm-up, guys. 2 sets here. So starting off with 20 hollow rocks. So we'll come down to the floor. Remember with that hollow rock, guys, we're just trying to get that body in a nice tight position, getting those positions down. So if you don't feel comfortable going into that full hollow rock, remember there's some options you guys can use. If you'd like, you can have your hold on to your hamstring, so behind that knee there. Tighten up your core, so kind of round that back, but when you're rounding it, squeeze your core, and then you're gonna fall back, rock for those 20 reps. If you do have it, you can get those arms overhead and go for those hollow rocks. Again, main thing here is, guys, start getting that heart rate up. Make sure you get that core control. You're not being too, you want to keep it as smooth as possible when you're doing that rock back and forth. So make sure you're in that hollow position. Once you're finished that, guys, we're going to go into some activation for that hamstring and glue. So we're going to find a step. I'm going to use a box here, but you guys can use any steps that you have, or you can do it off the couch or a chair. Make sure the chair is stable. You're going to put one foot on that box there, and we're going to try and activate that hamstring in that glute area. So it's a 20-second hold on the left side, 20-second hold on the right side. What you want to do is kind of get into that position, lift that leg up, and try to hold that position there. If that's too challenging, lifting the leg up off the ground, I want you to just try and put more emphasis on that one leg, and maybe just put about 10% of the weight on that right leg, 90% of the weight on that left leg there. And as you're doing that, I want you to be trying to focus on the hamstring, trying to focus on that glute, trying to get those primed up for that bottom position there to get ourselves nice and comfortable there. there. So 20 seconds on the left side, 20 seconds on the right side. Break it up to, if you want to go 10 seconds and 10 seconds to really feel it in those muscle groups. Once you're done that hold, we're going to go into some 3-position flies to get that back warmed up. So find 2 weights. You guys can use anything, soup cans, anything you have at home that are pretty much the same weight there. We're going to go into a bent over position. So bend over at the hips, have those weights kind of at that knee height. My back is nice and flat. We're going for 3 positions here. So for the first 8 flies, we're going to bring those hands back in that A shape. Really trying to squeeze in that mid back and making sure I don't shrug my shoulders up, keep my shoulders down. 8 reps there. Then we're going to go into that T position. So we're going straight out to the side. We've done these ones before. You guys should be comfortable with these. Then we're going to go for those Y flies. So we're going to go a little bit more overhead, but still trying to keep those shoulders down as much as we can so that we're feeling those in the shoulder blade there. So 8 in that A position, 8 in the T position, and then 8 in that Y position, all from the bent over position there. Finally, with the weight that you have, we're going to go for some strict presses here. With the strict press, first we're going to think about tightening up the core. Then we're going to lift one leg off the ground, so it's going to be contralateral. So my right arm is pressing, my left leg is going to be balancing, so it's off the ground. Then I'm going to go for that press. So really challenging that core here and that pressing position as we go overhead. So lift it a little bit off the ground, straight overhead, back down, being very controlled with that press, keeping that elbow in that same path the entire time. 8 and 8 on each side. Once you're done, guys, we'll repeat that whole round one more time, starting back at the hollow rocks. Hope you enjoy the warm-up. We'll see you guys next for the workout movements.
Alright guys, so we're starting off with some step-ups today. So for our step-up, normally I would recommend that you pick a box that when your foot is on top of the box, your knee is just a little bit above parallel. So I'd have to add a little bit of height on that box to make it happen. However, if you're kind of new to this movement, you don't want to go too high here, any height is fine. So for that step-up, what we're thinking about is you're going to step up, lean a little bit more forward with that upper body, keeping that flat back, pushing up from the heel, stepping up, and then back down. Then you're going to alternate to the other leg. So now I'm going to step up with my right leg, lean forward, step all the way up and down, and then I'm going to switch to the left and to the right as I go. If you guys want to challenge yourself, you can add a little bit of weight to that, put a dumbbell on your back or a backpack or something like that. Totally up to you here. You want to be able to get through all 50 without a break, however, so you just want to be moving at a consistent pace for that.
Start off with a bent over row. So in that bent over row, feet are hip width apart, knees are perpendicular, go around your back, so flat back, feeling tight, maybe you're up a little bit more, that's fine. If possible, drop down. From here, you guys are gonna row that bar, in my case, as close as you can to the body. So if I had a single object, I'm still thinking about nice and tight with my elbows, not to the body, but the back, to allow me to mimic that tight bar path that I can get with a piece of pipe or bar.
So for the push press, remember it's one continuous movement, so you're not re-dipping in the knees. Just make sure you squeeze those glutes, lock out those knees as you extend straight up. So if you're going single object, you can go 10 and 10 per side here. With that dip and drive, remember, as we're coming down, we want to stay nice and vertical. So we don't want to deviate that back angle at all. We want to keep it nice and straight, almost like as if I were leaning against that wall and I'm just going down with the length of the wall there, so I'm staying nice and straight. So think about that, guys. You're dipping down, staying nice and tall. Weight is going to be a little bit more in that heel as you're coming down. On the way up, guys, you're driving hard through the legs. As soon as we extend those legs, those knees, we're going to be driving that weight overhead. And again, once we're over here, squeeze your shoulder blades together, make sure they're backing down. before you start that next rep. You can go continuously or you can stop in that front rack position if you need to reset. Remember, you're going to dip and drive up. As I'm bringing it down, it's about an inch off my shoulder, about a centimeter there. I'm going to start dipping down so that I can start my next rep. So control the way down, getting ready, dip, going into that next rep. 10%. All right, guys, we're here for the Afterburner. Got my mat here to get ready for our stretches, so I'll meet you down there. Gonna come down to our glute stretch here. I'm gonna start from all fours. We're going to cross that one leg perpendicular to our body, kind of getting into that pigeon stretch. That back knee is gonna be close to the ankle. Then we're going to sit our hips back and kind of fish around in that position, trying to stretch out this glute. So I'm going to move back to the side, play around with it, see where I feel that stretch the most, and kind of hang out in that position. Once you do 2 minutes on that one side, switch and do 2 minutes again on the opposite side, same position there, ankle close to the knee, sit back, kind of fish around until you feel that stretch. I feel it when I go out to the side more, so see if that works better for you, or you can play around going just further back. Once you finish 2 minutes per side, we're gonna go for 2 minutes in that frog stretch. So on our knees here, try to use something that's soft so it's easier on the knees, especially on the inside of the knees. We're gonna go wide with our knees there until we feel a stretch in our groin, and then from here we're gonna push our hips back, and you'll start to feel a stretch in those hip flexors, in that psoas muscle. Try to mess around with going back and then taking a break, go back until you feel that stretch. You can kind of twist that back a little bit in that position. See what feels best for you, trying to target that groin a little bit more with the frog stretch. So 2 minutes for both stretches today. Hope you guys enjoyed the workout, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for the workout.